I kept thinking, like, I just needed to push a little harder or tweak my schedule or wait for the next season to calm down. But what I really needed was a reset. And you might need that too right now. So, what we're going to be talking about today in this episode one of this series, you're going to be hearing why burnout is more than just feeling exhausted or maxed out. That might be you, but that might not be you. Welcome to Life Coaching for Mompreneurs, the show that helps you to win at work without losing at home. I'm your host, Martine Williams, and today we are diving into a special mini-series called The Reset You Didn't Know You Needed. If you've been feeling stretched thin, stuck in survival mode, or like you've lost a little bit of yourself in that daily grind, this series is for you. And it's leading up to something powerful, a free 3-day live workshop I'm hosting called the Work-Life Reset. It's happening April 22nd through the 24th, and I created it to help you feel like you again with more clarity, energy, and peace. You can save your spot right now at martinwilliams.com/work-life-reset. All right, let's get into today's episode. Hey, friend, and welcome back to the show. This is episode 1 of our special mini-series, The Reset You Didn't Know You Needed. If you've been feeling like you're juggling all the things, keeping everyone afloat, but quietly wondering, like, when is it my turn to breathe? You're in the right place. I want to start with a question. When was the last time you felt like you were operating truly from a place of peace, a place of confidence, a place of alignment with what actually matters to you? Because here's the truth. Burnout doesn't always show up like total exhaustion or breakdown. And every time I talk about the different signs of burnout, it is absolutely amazing to me how many women identify with these symptoms. And sometimes it's one of them, sometimes it's all of them. And they just did not realize these are some of the signs of burnout. Because sometimes burnout looks like fine, right? You're still showing up, you're still getting things done, but inside you feel off. You feel like you're just kind of going through the motions, like you've slowly drifted away from yourself. And I know what that feels like because I've been there. I've lived in that land of, I'm fine, everything's fine, while quietly losing clarity, losing my joy, and losing my direction. I kept thinking, like, I just needed to push a little harder. And I'm a hard worker. So I'm like, I could just work harder or tweak my schedule or wait for the next season to calm down. But what I really needed was a reset. And you might need that too right now. So, what we're going to be talking about today in this episode 1 of this series, you're going to be hearing why burnout is more than just feeling exhausted or maxed out. That might be you, but that might not be you. We're going to unpack the more subtle signs like constantly feeling behind, going through the motions, feeling disconnected from your own goals. Like you started out in January with all this inspiration and motivation and focus, and now you're just disconnected from those goals. You've kind of lost your love and feeling for the goals, for even maybe some of the relationships that are typically important in your life right now. Those are some subtle signs. So, we're also going to explore why so many high achieving women push through the discomfort instead of recognizing it's a signal to pause, to reevaluate, and to reset. If you've ever told yourself, I'm fine, it's just a season, this one's for you. So, let's talk about some of those early warning signs that often go unnoticed. They're kind of like sneaky burnout symptoms. The first one is you're more reactive than usual. Like little things feel really big. Everyday situations have become really big. You don't feel like you're able to manage them. You don't feel like you're able to keep, like you're more reactive than usual. Little things just kind of set you off. Maybe you feel numb towards the things that used to bring you joy. So you're just kind of not feeling the joy, not feeling the pain, like you're just numb completely. You're just, I call it like the zombie walk. You're just walking around aimlessly, just numb, right? No energy emotionally. And you're just just walking around aimlessly. The third is you're constantly busy, but you feel like you're getting nowhere. Like hustle, hustle, hustle. I'm, checking things off your to-do list, but there's no needle moving anywhere. So you're constantly busy. You're saying the word I'm busy all the time, but you feel like you're getting nowhere. Or you're feeling disconnected again from your own goals. You can't even remember what they were. Like you've disconnected yourself so much from it that you don't even remember what your goals were. They're just completely off your mind. Another one that shows up is kind of this extreme response. You could go back to the reactive to everyday situations or extreme irrational thoughts. Like, I will never, I will always, you kind of fill in the blank. But if you catching yourself saying these, like, or having these irrational thoughts, that also is a subtle sign of a burnout. So if any of those hit home, I want you to hear this. You don't have to wait until it all falls apart to course correct. You don't have to wait until there's a hospitalization for you to course correct. You don't have to wait until your relationships have crumbled to course correct. You can reset right now. So let's break down a few truths. Number one, you don't have to be falling apart to need a reset. You just have to be out of alignment. So when you feel like your values and your calendar aren't lining up, when your energy is going to everything but the things that actually matter most to you, you could be out of alignment. And the longer you stay there, the more disconnected you feel. And I want you to think about alignment. Like, think about when you go to the chiropractor, like, there's pain you might be having in your knee that is coming from your shoulder, right? Something is out of alignment, and it may not be coming from the thing that you think it is. And so until you reset, until you come back, and like that's what the chiropractor does. He resets everything, gets everything back in alignment so everything can operate as it's supposed to naturally, right? So I want you to be thinking about the longer you stay out of alignment, the more disconnected you're going to feel. The second, the longer you wait to course correct, the harder it becomes to hear your own voice. We drown in the noise and the productivity, perfectionism, and other people's expectations. And over time, we lose sight of what we actually want. I was just asking one of my clients, is they're like, what is it that you actually want? And so resetting is about creating space to hear your own voice again, friend, for you to think about, what is it that I want? What is it that I want to create for my life, for my relationships, for my faith? Like, this is an opportunity for you to hear your own voice and to drown everything else out. And number three, a reset isn't weakness, it's wisdom. We tend to glamorize pushing through. And again, I'm the high achiever here, so I'm the queen of pushing through. But there's strength in saying, this isn't working. And a reset is a strategic move. It helps you to show up better for your people, your business, and your purpose. So let's do a quick self-check. On a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned do you feel with what matters most in your life right now? How aligned do you feel with what matters most in your business right now on a scale of 1 to 10? And if it's anything less than an 8, I want to challenge you to pause and ask, what would it look like to realign? What would I be saying no to? What would I make space for? You don't need to overhaul your whole life. The high achiever who's listening right now, let me say that again. You don't need to overhaul your whole life, but you do need to be honest about where you are. Awareness is such a gift, but we are moving at such a fast pace that we are not self-aware. We are distracted. We are in confusion and chaos. And so that's exactly what we're going to walk through in my free 3-day live workshop, the Work Life Reset. And this is happening April 22nd through 24th. And it's designed to help you reconnect with what matters most, to shift your mindset and build a rhythm that actually works for your life. It's giving you the pause and the reset that maybe you didn't realize you needed. And maybe now you're more aware of it now, hearing me talk about some of these signs of burnout, these subtle signs. So you can save your spot right now. Go to martinewilliams.com/work-life-reset. This is an opportunity for you to spend time. Think of it as a 1 hour power hour for 3 days straight. Focusing on you. You get to spend some time with me, spend time in a community, and we're going to start working on those things that matter most to you and get really clear on those things and give you the reset that you need. All right, friend, that's it for this episode. We're going to keep them short and we're going to keep them to the point. So I will see you in episode number 2 of this mini series where we're going to be talking about why you can't keep going like this. And I'll catch you at that next episode. All right, friend, if this episode hit home and you're realizing, wow, like I might actually need a reset, then don't wait. Join me for the Work-Life Reset. It's a free 3-day live workshop happening April 22nd through 24th. It's the place you want to be. You're going to walk away with clarity, confidence, and a reset rhythm that actually works for your life. So you want to go to martinewilliams.com/work-life-reset to save your spot. And if you know a fellow mompreneur, and I know you do, who's been running on empty, send this episode her way. Friend, you don't need to earn your rest. You just need a rhythm that sustains you. And I will catch you in the next episode.